Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to more content on the channel. Today's video, we're gonna play some more Anime Rangers X. Guys, this new update, this Easter event has people in shambles. Like, I'm telling you, people are scrambling to figure out what's the new meta, what character's good to use here, there, that, how many nerfs have there been, because every unit feels like trash. Like, it's been a mess. So today we'll be tackling the Easter event again, but this time around with some of the new units, and we'll be yapping a little bit as we do that. So hope you guys have been enjoying the content on Anime Rangers X here on the channel. If you guys want to continue to see daily videos on this game, just support your boy by dropping a like, please, and thank you.
Hey, yeah, I've been laying low and getting to some plays with the bros, cause the pros got a pro with all under control.
All right, so guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, this new Easter event has been kicking my ass. I know a lot of people have been playing like with friends and, you know, running on the Discord server with like other randoms and stuff like that for the event itself, but I've been trying to do it solo and it hasn't been going the bestest for me. I've actually been backtracking and playing with other characters, trying to see like, okay, can I get evil materials? Can I figure out what's a better character to use in the Easter event? And by the way, before we continue yapping, let me check the summon because it is the top of the, or well, the dawn of the new hour. Oh, tank top, great. All right, whatever it is, what it is. Actually, let me go ahead and shiny normalize. I have a lot of like shiny rares that I can shiny normalize. This is something you guys should be doing yourself if you have a bunch of shinies, especially in my opinion, shiny rares or shiny epics. You're really not gonna have any need for that. If you have shiny legendaries, maybe go at it as well, in my opinion, but this is going to be the easiest way for you guys currently to get these trait rerolls in case if you are low on them. As you guys can probably already tell me, I don't know how more, well, I have an idea more or less of what I'm going to make the title for this video, but RUI, right? RUI is one of the new titles. We'll talk about Tatsumaki after we talk about RUI, but RUI is one of the new units that you can summon via this update, and he's pretty good. I'm not going to glaze him as other people have been glazing him. Cough, cough in the Discord server, but he's pretty good, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. Like, I have an empty canvas for him. I try to max him out, obviously, as you guys can see. His highlight is his ability damage. I haven't done any stat rolls on him, haven't done any traits. We'll get that done in this video. I actually just started working on Tatsumaki because she's really good for the Easter event given her attribute type. So I completely have been ignoring attribute types, but yes, attributes and reactions are a thing in this game. So she actually deals 2 times damage, as far as I'm aware, to the Easter event boss, and in fact she can solo the boss. That's how good she is against this Easter event. So what was hailed to be one of the worst mythics is now one of the best ones for this Easter event. All right, cool. So I got all the shiny normalized done. Let's go ahead and go into stat potential here so we can start rolling on our boy. Oh great, the UI is all scuffed. Dude, this update has broken a bunch of stuff, dude. I'm not gonna hold you. All right, there you go. There's RUI. So his worthiness is not super high, but here's what's good about RUI, right? RUI has a really good range comparatively speaking. Like, if you look at my Broly, for example, take a look at his range, right? It's 14.6 with an S+ stat roll, and he's evoed, okay? He's literally evoed. RUI is unevo with an A- stat roll, and he's doing 14.7. So he has a really good range. And the other big thing about RUI is his ability damage. Look at it. It's 18.7k. And even in lower levels, I think like by level 10, you have like 12k ability damage on him. It's insane. He's a really good unit to use. I wouldn't like glaze him to say like he's the tippity top of the meta, but he's really good. And what I mean by glaze him as far as like, look, let me show you something. So this right here is the brand new tier list that they just posted today. And I will always say tier lists are subjective because it's made by one person or a group of people on the Discord server. And I'm not trying to say this in a disrespectful way. I'm just trying to say that you should use this as some sort of guidance, not a definitive way to actually play the game. All right, just use what makes sense to you. You have your own pair of eyes and see what's good or not, or what works for your team or not, right? A lot of things are also obviously, like I keep mentioning in this video, with Tatsumaki being good for the Easter boss, they're situational. They're not definitive, you know what I mean? But look at this. Homie has RUI in the new tier list above Gojo, Evo, and everybody else basically. And then Igris is down over here. So Yuta right now is undeniably like the best character in the game after his buff with this update. There's a lot of buffs, a lot of rearranges and things that they've done that weren't put in the update log. That is kind of confusing to me because I'm just now finding it out because the freaking banner dudes talk about it, or then the dudes that do the tier list also mention it. I'm just like, why wasn't this in the update log? I don't understand. But as you guys can see, Itachi's also in here, excuse me. Itachi's one of the new characters that you can also summon on banner. He was only on banner once, and it was yesterday at 7 p.m. exactly when I decided to take my nap. That ended up being like a 12-hour nap. I'm not gonna lie to you, I slept hell hours. But yeah, this tier list, I don't know. You know what I mean? I really listen, no comment. The nerf, lol. You see, it's even getting to me. The joke that's going around right now is that the game, instead of being called Anime Rangers X, is called Nerf Rangers X because everything just feels like it's underperforming, which I guess in a way might be why even the tier list makers are feeling like, oh man, RUI's just busted. Like, bro, I be using my Jinwoo compared to most other people's Jinwoo is really good. Like, it cost me 640 yen to place my Jinwoo. You know, I have a Hyper Evo on him, and then I have the what's that thing? The Capitalist, I think, trait on him. So it makes him even cheaper, even more. You know what I mean? So I have a pretty good combination for my Jinwoo, and I just feel like my Jinwoo even still underperforms when I use him. Like, I don't really know. But anyway, let's get some stat rolls done on RUI, and we'll try the same thing with Tatsumi, even though she's not gonna have that many takedowns, and then we'll go from there. And should I do a reroll? Yeah, screw it, right? We got a couple of them. I mean, I don't really like wasting these. Ooh, S+, not bad. We'll keep that. But let's just roll these like this and see if we can get anything good. So these aren't insanely difficult to get, so I don't really mind spending a couple of these on RUI. He has no Evo currently, by the way, so that's another thing with him. Like, he's pretty good. Yes, there we go. Maybe I should spend some more. Try to get another S-. See if we can get like a double S, or at least an S, like flat. Okay, there you go. Let's see if we can get this in under 11 spins. I don't want to go below 100 keys left. Can we do it? Oh boy. All right. Screw it. I think we can get. I'm getting. Oh, there you go. I was getting a little bit greedy, but this is a pretty decent baseline. So now with that being said and done, let's see if we can get Tatsumi in here. Get a good stat roll on her. Oh, there you go. I gotta play the freaking guessing game with this. Okay, so she has even less worthiness, which is gonna make this possibly extreme. Yo, this is not gonna be worth it, bro. Yeah, I don't know, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me roll this one over here. Ooh, okay, Tatsumi. I see you, baby girl. Let me see if we can get something decent on her damage, please and thank you. Even though she has, again, 0% worthiness, but all right, I'll take the S. So I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've been getting pretty lucky. Got an S+ on movement speed, and whew, I thought this would not be possible, but not bad at all, I would say. In like 44 stat rerolls for Tatsumi here. We got her with a baseline S. Not bad at all. Okay, pretty cool. So let's head into traits over here. We're just gonna spend a couple of traits. I don't really know how much in total, but we only have 88. So we'll just try to reroll here. That's pretty decent. 5% range, 15% damage. Not bad. Let me go on Tatsumi now and just roll something. Millionaire and range. Not bad at all either. Let me keep rolling though. See if we can get something better for her. Since she's better for this event, I would want her to have like a pretty good trait, to be honest. Some people might be like, oh, Vex, you should be saving this for another unit. This, that, and the third. It is what it is, gang. We move. Oh, violent on her. Not bad. 25% damage. Okay, I'm back on RUI now. As you can tell, I'm all over the goddamn place, bro. I'm just trying to get something good. I'm trying to win, baby. Juggernaut is no bueno. I want something better, brother. Let me get a mythic on him. It's the only way. Let me hold it. Let me get a mythic on him. Even though I'm really, like, again, a lot of these units are going to be situational. I'm not really going to go crazy with RUI or anything like that. Blitz. So he gets even more range. I think that's okay for now. So I actually do have some XP items and stuff like that. I don't really know how good this will be because usually XP items, yeah, they don't give me a whole lot of levels in this game. I'm not going to hold you. So, but I'll go ahead and feed my Tatsumi. She went from level 13 to 41 now. So her damage has gone up substantially. So now if you guys take a look at our RUI is doing 23.6k ability damage. 1.4k base damage, 1.8 second cooldown. He has 19.1 range, which is just absurd. 5.1k HP and a 3.3 speed, which is about average for a lot of units. So pretty good stuff on RUI. Tatsumaki, on the other hand, everything is pretty much low, but again, she solos the Easter event. So let's get this started to see how it goes. All right, guys, we are in here. So this is what I mean about RUI. If you've never used him before, check out his range. I mean, obviously we do have you know, blitz on him and stuff like that right now, but even without it, his range is better than Broly, and he's an Evo. And again, RUI is un-Evo, so you guys will see exactly how things end up being down over here, and you'll also see how our Tatsumaki is going to be playing out. So Tatsumaki actually got decimated. I'm not gonna hold you, but but here's the cool thing about RUI. Like, RUI will just chill in the back over here, and once you start upgrading him, because I mean that's another thing with this mode as well, is that you need to be upgrading your units. And like Tatsumaki, for example, is extremely cheap until she gets to upgrade 4. So that's really where you're gonna want to more or less just hold out for another upgrade. But at upgrade 4, you guys can see she's doing 4.46k damage, 31,000 ability damage, which again will be buffed because of the fact that her attribute is strong against the bunny's attribute. Now notice how the bunny just regened right there. They've been playing like spin the wheel roulette on this shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. They'll nerf something, they'll buff it, they'll bring it back, they'll adjust this or just that. Like, bro, it's been crazy since the update have first launched. But now the bunny will bro, they changed it again. The bunny's multiple regenning right now. They literally said they made it so that the bunny would only regen 10% and he would only do it once, but he's regen twice now at this point. I don't know, twin. I'm trying to tell you, bro, like this is crazy right now. But as you guys can see, we are doing a really, look, he's regenning every time, bro. Why do they keep doing this? I really don't understand. It's so frustrating because we're doing a really good amount of damage. If it wasn't for the regen, the bunny would have been dead by now. And again, this is just with us running our Tatsumaki into the rotation now. So I'm gonna try to max out our Tatsumaki so you guys can see what she's doing when she's fully maxed out, and then we'll go on to my boy RUI over here. So let's look autoplay again. So Tatsumaki fully maxed out, guys. Level 41, not even level 50. I'll try to get her to level 50. We'll run this back later into the video. But 6k damage, 42k ability damage. That's really good for what was arguably one of the worst mythics in the game, and she is just gonna do wonders for you in this event. And look, we already have 1 million total damage dealt. This would have been the bunny killed and then a little bit of damage on his second phase if this MF wasn't regenning like I don't understand, bro. He just regened again, bro. Like, what the fuck? What are they doing, twin? Let me rejoin. Hold on, guys. All right, well, I just checked the Discord server and they did a silent update, bro. Like, I don't man, I really like this game. I really do, but like they're kind of low-key dropping the ball, and I don't know. I'm not gonna go into a whole tangent of like critiquing and stuff like that because y'all know I try to stay away from that. But okay, so they did a silent revert. They didn't announce anything, but everybody's complaining about it in the Discord server now that the boss is regenning hella times again. Great. Okay, let me just go get my Tatsumaki maxed out, and we'll go look at her, you know, when she's fully maxed out level 50, how much she's doing, and then we'll focus on RUI again, because RUI's actually, like I said, I wouldn't put him like absolute meta, but he's really good considering that he's on Evo. He holds his own with some of the Evo units in the game. All right, guys, just ended up grinding, almost got our Tatsumaki maxed out. Where is she at? I'm blind. There you go. We'll add in maybe like 72. That should get her to, yeah, max level. All right, cool. So it didn't take that long at all to get her max level. There she is. So these are her stats base without any upgrades and stuff like that. Pretty decent. Also, want to let you guys know they got a couple of new codes and stuff like that. They've been going crazy with the new codes and stuff. So first code you guys can use, let's type this in. It's going to be 100k space CCU, and you guys can get a bunch of eggs for that. Next code you guys can use, this one I'm just going to copy because this one is going to take, hold on. Yeah, it's pretty long, but it's called sorry for event bug. Make sure you guys get the spaces right in between all these. There you go. You guys get that. And then they literally just dropped this new code, which they should be sorry, because this is disastrous. This event has been a disaster so far. But yeah, sorry for Easter event. Okay, 50 trait rerolls. Thank you. Love that. I actually needed that. Because I wasted so many trait rerolls this video, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. So here's the thing, right? Here's another thing. What we're gonna go ahead and end up doing is we're gonna unequip our Broly. Broly is just dog water now. I'm so sorry. Like, if you guys noticed, by the way, I didn't mention this earlier into the video. Might as well just mention it now. They reverted. Ooh, surprise word here, right? It's the first time we're talking about a revert. But they reverted the nerf on Broly to an extent. Broly, when the update first came out, literally yesterday, right? 3,500 yen to place him. Now it costs 2,250. I've heard, and I don't know because I'm not going through old footage and I'm not comparing, but I've heard they've also reverted some of the other nerfs that they gave Broly as well. But the clearest and easiest thing that I can see is obviously his placement cost went down substantially. It's still more than what it was before the nerf, but it's less than what it was post nerf, because post nerf was 3,500, now it's 2,250. All right, so I would honestly even unequip RUI, excuse me, if we weren't trying to showcase him here. So here's the thing, right? If you guys haven't noticed yet, this game is very much dependent on meat shield units, or units that you can mass spam summon until your main DPS or main units can actually deal damage. So really, you might not even want to have a full team loadout, which is why you see some of the sweats not have a full hotbar full of units that they use. By the way, we're going to go immediately upgrade our Tatsumi. So as you guys can see, she's already going to be doing pretty good damage and stuff like that because she's upgrade 4. So this is why you want to avoid high pay units or high placement units like Broly or other units that are just going to be very expensive, because you really just want the cheap units for events. Again, keyword here is situational, use case. I've said that multiple times throughout this video. A lot of things in this game are situational, and this is why I stress, and I have been hoping and praying that they add in presets into our units UI so that we can actually have various teams to use like quickly. You know what I mean? Because it's annoying to unequip all. And by the way, right now as it is, like you see Rui's my last unit, but he's second on my upgrade list. And then Tatsumi is first, but she's first. And then Saber is third, but she's fourth. Like, it's weird how they have stuff set up right now. And you have to play around with that when you're setting up your units and your team. And presets / team loadouts would make this all so much easier, because you can just make a team for the Easter event. You can make a team for the Utah event if you're still running that, the Cursed Child event, by the way. You can have an event for challenges, for rushing story, because story just depends heavily on speed units like Okurun. So again, it's gonna vary, and I think that's what has a lot of people confused in this game as to what's good or not, is that really what's good depends on what you're doing. And as you guys can see, the bunny is still regenning like crazy. It is what it is at this point. Unfortunately, that's how they ended up doing things. It's crazy because they still have the general chat locked on the Discord server, but people know that they can't yap in the general chat, so they use the suggestions chat to yap. Ay, brother. I'm telling you, this update, bro, they should have really thought this out a little bit better. But even with the regen, we're still doing pretty good. We've been doing this for like a minute and a half or something like that. We've dealt 750k damage basically now. If you guys take a look at my Tatsumi, she's doing fully maxed out at level 50 with this violent trait, which is not even a mythic trait. 7k damage, just about 2.7 second cooldown, 10.9 range, 21,000 health, basically almost 22, 3.3 speed, and the main kicker, 48.32k ability damage, which again is going to be buffed, from what I've heard, 2x on this event due to her being good against the bunny's attribute type, which is like water or something. So look, we already have 1 million damage contributed, excuse me. So now that we have that out of the way, we're going to try to focus on upgrading our Rui next. Notice how Rui is good, but how much more expensive he is to actually upgrade in contrast to Tatsumi. So that's why I feel like that's also another thing that people get confused in this game. Some people might prefer to like use, like, for example, like my Jinwoo, right? It really depends. Jinwoo costs 4,000 to upgrade. Like, literally, you can get 3, almost 4 upgrades out of Tatsumi for that price. So you really gotta play around. You know, you really gotta play around. This is why I'm trying to tell you guys this video that, yes, use the tier list as a guide, but don't use it to define your gameplay. You know, just use what makes sense to you. All right, we're finally on stage 2, chat. Bunny should not be regenning. If he's regenning in stage 2, like, this is ludicrous in my opinion, but we'll see, because they keep changing so much stuff that I don't know. All right, so we got our RUI fully maxed out, and now our RUI is doing 59,000 ability damage. Chat has 12.7, 6k HP, 27 range, and about 3.69k damage. So our RUI is just like, this is what's really good about him. You see how far he is, and it's still able to attack the bunny. Even if the bunny were to do his ultimate or his little skill, RUI would still be fine. So as you can tell right there. So this is what I mean about RUI. That's why he's good. He's good. So in my opinion, as it stands right now, with the exception of like the obvious secrets in the game that are really good right now, for the purpose of this event, Tatsumi and RUI are meta. They definitely are. They're very, very, very useful. And you can do this event solo with Tatsumi. Obviously solo, like as in like just her and like, you know, a couple of meat shields and stuff like that, which are just gonna hold up the boss. But yeah, she's really good. She's really good for this event. And again, RUI is helping out a little bit here, but really the main damage dealing unit that we have, it's Tatsumi, and look at how much damage she's doing. So yeah, this is a W, brother. You definitely want to get these 2 units if you can. If you have the secrets in the game that are like meta DPSs like Madara, Gogeta, or even Yuta, then I don't know, just use those. But if you don't, even if you have other good evos and stuff like that, you still might want to have these guys. It's a lot more chill to play with them. All right, guys, so we just killed off the second phase of the bunny. We ended up with 3.2 million total damage dealt. And let's see how much time this actually took for us to get done. I feel like we could have gotten this done in like at least like 30% of the time, 40% quicker, had this boss not had this dumb regen re-enabled. And I don't know, he just spammed it multiple times. So I thought we got a drop there. Took us 7 freaking minutes and 52 seconds. Insane, bro. In freaking insane. So if you do the math, we possibly could have gotten this done like in 4 minutes. Definitely sub 5 minutes, had the boss not been regenerated multiple times. And that's really good. I mean, people with like mythic traits on most of their units, like secrets, like the actual meta DPSs and stuff like that, are clearing this in about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So to have a sub 5 with uneviled units, mind you, that one of them was deemed to be one of the worst mythics in the game, that's pretty good. Now obviously I did have my Jinwoo. You can't even count my my Saber, because my Saber doesn't really do much. She's just a meat shield. That's what she really is. She's not even evoed. But my Jinwoo, you know, he was contributing, but I wasn't involving him. So still doable, still feasible, was just Tatsumi and a couple of meat shields, or Tatsumi and RUI if you have both of them. And obviously it would have been a little bit quicker had I used my 6 slot as well. So now we're gonna go ahead and, whoops, should just press this. I'm gonna buy 17 of these egg capsules and stuff like that, because we had 1,800 eggs. We're gonna open these bad boys up, and oh, we did get a drop. I don't know when we got these. Interesting. Okay, maybe that's the little drop thing that I saw. But so this is a bunny bounce boot. Let me check what the drop chance for this is, because they also adjusted this too. If you guys take a look, a lot of the stuff are harder to get now. They've been playing around with the percentages of the drops. So the bunny bounce boots are actually a 0.5% chance. That's actually pretty good. All right, I'll take it. This is alleviating my stress that I've induced this video. Let's put this on my baby girl, right? Because I'm gonna be using her for sure now. So at least for the event. And we'll put her on her legs. What does this give us? Evade rate, health, and cost. I mean, I guess. I actually rather put this on gang. I'm not gonna hold you. Gang, go ahead, hold that, gang. There you go. So now, moment of truth. Let's go into items here. We have 18 eggs that we can use. We'll use all of them. RNG gods, please please. Oh my God. Please, RNG, guys. I'm on my knees right now. Oh, no. Oh, it ain't looking too hot, gang. I'm not gonna lie to you. And... all right, let me check what's on banner right now, because it's a new hour and we got Dookie. Oh gosh, great. I love it here. All right, fellas, check this out. Right, so we've been focusing on Tatsumi mainly. So I wanted to show you guys that if you spawn in, if you have enough cash, right, enough upgrades to spawn in and just upgrade your RUI all the way, if you have a max level, you should do that. And you guys will see exactly why this is a preferred way to actually handle this, and this is why RUI is also so good for this event. Tatsumi, in my opinion, still could be the best or should be the best. It just depends on what trait you have on her. Like, a lot of things in this game really just boil down to what trait you have on your unit. You guys will see once my upgraded RUI start coming through why it's preferred that you actually, if you have the total amount of coin upgrades to support it, that you should go and fully max out your RUI first. So take a look. My RUI's range is so big that he's attacking right now. So literally, RUI will never die. He'll literally just keep doing damage. And RUI costs 1,500 yen. So like I told you guys, since RUI will never die, that allows me to actually generate a bunch of income and have a lot of passive income that I can play around with and start, using on my Tatsumi now, or I could have used it on my Jinwoo, for example. And that's ideally how you want to play when you have a DPS like RUI on your team that has a good range. It's just you want to prioritize upgrading them first because they will stay in the back, as you guys can see, because their range is so good. And then your meat shield units are just going to keep dying and stuff like that. So this is why I mentioned that Tatsumi could still be the best if you consider RUI to be the best, because of this very fact. Because again, I have violent as a trait on her. If I had more range on her, she would have been back here instead of right up on there, where the boss can easily use his skill and attack us with its radius. Because take a look, like literally Tatsumi is right at the edge of the AoE circle for the boss. If I had, again, just Blitz on her, which I probably should have just kept Blitz on her, but I wanted to see if I could get a mythic or whatnot. But yeah, she would be all the way back over here. And obviously, if you guys take a look at everything, Jinwoo's always in there, but it's fine because Okurun, by the time Jinwoo dies, is going to be there, and so is going to be Saber. So this is why you want to have, these units on your team. But overall, just playing like this, again, just allows you to, like, literally just do what you want and easily complete this event. So just try your best to get a good range on your unit, on a unit or DPS unit like RUI. All right, guys, take a look. So boss is about to be dead, and we had to deal about 400 to 500k less damage this run to actually get this done. So remember, before we completed, I believe, in like 7 minutes something, right? I think it was like high 7 minutes. Maybe it could have been almost 8, like 7 minutes 50. But let's see how much quicker we got this done this time around by just prioritizing our DPS unit that had range on them. So, and 5 minutes. So saved ourselves 2 to 3 minutes just by simply strategizing and focusing on a unit that was expensive rather than our cheap unit upgrade first.